What do you think about The Mandalorian not getting another season and instead getting a movie?
I think it's good, actually. I've actually been waiting for them to talk about possibly getting like giving Mando his own movie. I think he deserves it. I think he's been carrying, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know if other Star Wars fans would disagree, but I think he's been carrying the franchise on his back for the past few years because we haven't had a Star Wars movie in a while. So we've
Yeah.
had to rely on these TV shows to kind of give us our daily dose of like space battles, lightsabers, as you and Legion make fun of me about. Um,
Yeah, because you do love them lightsabers.
do love them lightsabers, man. So we had to rely on him to kind of help keep the franchise going and moving. So I think it's great, honestly. I just hope
I
that
actually feel the opposite.
really. Why
Yeah,
so?
because I think that the movie's gonna have a time jump, one, and I think you need another season of Mando with another season of Ahsoka, um, to now have that planned movie where it was gonna be Mando, Ahsoka, and the Wrecking Crew together.
Okay, I did hear
And
about
I
that one.
feel like developing that story a little more would make the movie that much more epic. Oh, did you also hear that they fired the director for the new Ray movie?
No, I didn't hear about that. No,
Yes.
actually.
It was quoted in most places as saying woke director, whatever her name was, I don't know it, was fired off the Ray project. The
Woke
Ray movie.
director.
Director, yeah. So they're looking for someone else. Because Lucasfilms unfortunately has had a lot of misses with their movies. Their
Yeah.
their TV series seem to be the only thing that's really like hitting. Everything from The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, although Ahsoka was a little slow, but it was still enjoyable and watchable.
Yeah.
Um, and The Bad Batch. All
Yeah.
the Star Wars seem to be the TV series really seem to be hitting really well. And I think they just need to move to giving Dave Filoni and what's his name? The one from who did Iron Man?
Um, Favreau.
Favreau. I think they really
Yeah.
need to be in charge of Lucasfilms and not Kathleen Kennedy because they understand Star Wars. And it's 100%, the proof is on the screen. They understand what Star Wars is.
Yeah. That's true, and they're just amazing. Like, in
Yeah.
general, like, everything they touch turns to gold,
Yeah.
honestly, So, yeah, they're definitely doing a great job. I mean, just like Legion said, yeah, he agrees that some of the movies have been meh, and yeah, that's kinda what it's been lately. The movies have just been meh, and the TV shows, just I guess the TV shows gave us something where it was like, less is more. Like, look at what's happening with Marvel right now. A lot of people are getting Marvel fatigue with all the Marvel movies that we're getting and things like that.
No,
And
see, I think Marvel and Star Wars has this one problem. Okay. It's they're not approaching things like from a story standpoint. Understand what I'm trying to say? Like they could have just said, okay, we have a female lead on this one. Let's just make her more of a real, down to earth character and have her move forward, as opposed to like everything is, make some of the guys look dumb to make the girls look smarter and things like that. And I'm just like, I think in an ensemble you do need kind of a dumber character than everyone else because it's a good balance.
yeah,
But I just kind of feel like that it's too much. They're trying to swing the pendulum the other way. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
Where all the guys are these big superheroes who can do everything, and I'll just have the girls be the superheroes and do everything and make everyone else look dumb. And I just don't think that's what these franchises need. I just think they need strong characters and a strong story. Forget all that culture stuff in there. Like, I mean, you
yeah,
could sprinkle it in, but don't, because if you just pour into it and add so much of that into the story, you take away from what the message of the story is, whatever it is.
yeah,
Like Ahsoka's a good example of where they didn't really do that. They just said, here's a character, let's give her a good story. There's happens to be two female leads, and it was a pretty interesting, series. The focus needs to be the story. And I think that was the problem with the Ray movies. I
Yeah.
think that, you know, they just didn't focus on the story. At certain points, they were just going like girl power, and
Girl
I
power.
don't yeah, and I just don't think that it was intentional girl power. I just think that they had a little too much of that sprinkle. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I feel you. Which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with girl power chat, obviously, but just
No,
saying.
I no, there's nothing wrong with it, but when it slows down your story or when it, you know, takes away from other characters, I think that then it becomes a problem for the film,
Yeah, I
you know.
agree.
Like the other thing
100%.
is that they have announced that they're going to have no connections to the previous films for the new Ray movie. Like there's going to be no connection
Wow.
to the Skywalker saga.
Well,
But she's calling
I
herself Ray
I
Skywalker.
agree. I like that because like I've said before, I feel like I said, I feel like I'm gonna offend some Star Wars fans. I feel like we kind of need to move away from the Skywalker story a little bit. I'm not saying that we gotta just never talk about it again. We have to never have any involvement with it. But I like when we step away from that a little bit and do something unique, something different. Look at what we had with Rogue One. That had nothing to do with Luke Skywalker and Anakin and all that stuff like that. Yeah, like the Death Star wasn't involved, but we were the story was about somebody who
Yeah.
created the Death Star. You know what I mean? Like that's an interesting story. That's something we never experienced before.
Yeah.
So I think that we should really from here on out start diving into these other stories. You guys talk about Star Wars being this big universe, infinite planets, infinite species, so on and so forth. Let's dive into some of that.
I agree.
Like there's more people living in, there's more people in space besides Skywalker. You know what I mean? So the fact that they're getting away from the Skywalker thing a little bit, I like it. It's different. Like let's do that. Let's spice things up a little
Yeah.
bit.
My only hope and prayer, I severely doubt it's gonna happen, is that when the film comes back, Finn is a Jedi.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Like I said,
It's
I
not
agree
gonna
with you. I
happen.
don't think it's gonna happen, but that's my hope.
Yeah, I would love for it to happen. Just like we said countless times before. I really, when we first got introduced to Finn, I could have sworn he was going to be. I thought they were like leading up to him becoming a Jedi.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. So,
And it
but
all
it's all
started
good. We'll
with the
see.
first battle. Like, he picked up the lightsaber and he fought with it. I thought that was
Yeah,
foreshadowing him becoming a Jedi.
yeah. Same here. Same here. I was cheering like a little cheerleader. I was cheering like a little cheerleader when I saw that. I was like, yes, let's go,
Yeah.
black man with a lightsaber once again. Here we go.
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, it all just can't be, oh, what's his name? Uh damn, what's his name?
Anakin. I mean, not Anakin. Luke.
Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson
Oh,
can't be the only
Samuel
black Jedi.
Jackson. Yeah, we need another
Well,
one.
no,
I
him
think.
and
Listen.
the actor who played Jar Jar Binks that it saved Goku.
Oh, okay. Oh, and the one black actor that we saw in was it Mando? No, it wasn't Mando. It was Ahsoka, the one Jedi that like saved her when she was a kid or something.
No, Go Plum,
Remember?
but he's an alien.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. The black guy that I'm talking about is the guy that voiced Jar Jar. Never mind.
Yeah.
You're right.
I remember when I told you that, you're
I,
like, "That
I
is?" I'm like, "Yeah."
yeah, I forgot that that's what you were saying because I was like, Jar Jar wasn't a Jedi.
No, no, the actor who played him.
okay. Um. So yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they do as far as these Star Wars films. I think it's overdue. I think they've been working on some good ideas. So whatever they put out, just make it be worth us spending the popcorn money to go to the
Yeah,
movies to see it. That's all I say.
I agree.